I? Nah, I'm gonna make it. Woo! No! Okay, let's try that again. Nope, not gonna make it again. And again, I got nuked. God. Sorry, DD. Alright, there we go. Alright. Hey guys, my name is TheEpicAlec, and welcome back to 60 Parsecs. Last time we left off, Baby Bronco and Emmett died. I have tried to record 2 new episodes, however I ran into technical difficulties on both of them. So to run you up to speed on what happened in those last 2 lost episodes, got taken over by the Russians and starved to death. The captain starved to death, Baby Bronco. The reason I have decided to keep playing this game is because I actually want to get a good ending for Baby Bronco. One that does not involve him just dying to a bunch of little goblins on faux bonus. Okay, we got a planet. I'm not sure which one that is, though. Oh, right, it's it's the robot planet, isn't it? Okay. Well, Emmett's in love with me now. Bark? What? Captain, I detect an SOS signal coming from somewhere on the planet's surface. I will do the necessary calculations to pinpoint the exact locations for your convenience. Expect more details soon. Bark? Alright, so we got a gun from successfully completing e-boosting, but we don't have any food. Uh-oh. Megan has returned from the charging hub. She partied a little too much, I think. I can hear a rumbling stomach from here, though. Megan seems shook up, but she says the charging hub is really more of a social hub. Lots of robots over there. Didn't know Megan was such a party animal. After leaving the hub, she stumbled through the dark streets and fell more than once. Naturally, gathering some power was not an issue. That's what the place is for. And we got soup. Megan says this trip was interesting. The population interacts with each other, but they're not so keen on talking to outsiders. When trying to ask about the planet's past or other civilizations, Megan was mostly ignored. Weird. Alright. System is disabled. And that's lovely. Alright, so where is it? Old assembly plant. Old assembly line. April, you go. And you take the mask with you. And everybody's gonna get fed. Because we got the soup for it. For now. Now we don't have any soup. Megan is in poor health. System disabled. Wait, can you hear that, Captain? It sounds like mosquitoes. It is mosquitoes. See, there's one. Get it. No, wait. Those aren't ordinary insects. They're robot constructs. Extraordinary. They're almost as annoying as the real thing, but at least they don't seem to be into sucking blood. We should probably get rid of them anyway, just in case they do take an interest in you, Captain. Let's try and communicate with them. Dealing with robotic mosquitoes was a new challenge for you, but your reasoning that if these are machines, their frequencies can be accessed with the right tool was spot on. Using your communicator, you tried influencing the swarm. It took a bit of tinkering, some of which was likely in breach of the hardware's warranty, but while the communicator device suffered, it chased the mosquitoes off. They won't be returning anytime soon. Yeah, about that. I need to fix that communicator, though. April returned from her journey to the assembly line. She looks tired, a bit hungry and shaken. She says the assembly line is old and deserted. The automatons avoid it. Looks like new robots aren't manufactured in the city anymore. The place was dusty and full of toxic gases. April was a little too rough with the mask and it suffered. April picked up a ball of something weird. I'm sure we can find a use for it. While searching the upper levels of assembly, a faint beeping sound caught April's attention. She followed it downstairs to a dusty, cluttered basement and along the deactivated lines to a far corner of the room. The beeping stopped as soon as she approached a rusty body of an old robot missing a head. Next to it was a small, half-disassembled robotic animal. Must have been some kind of mecha animal the robots produced to keep them company, and this one looked a lot like a dog. A chihuahua, to be exact. April brought the broken robo-dog to the ship. I'm not sure why. It's deactivated and looks like a pile of junk. Unless you figure out a way to fix it, it's just clutter. I suppose you could use it as a paperweight. That should come in handy. April picked up a first aid kit along the way. Nice. April says the assembly line is pretty run down and unsettling. Why did they stop expanding the population? Oh, look at it. It barks still. Your attempts to fix the robotic dog found at the old assembly line have been quite a struggle so far. You've been fiddling with this loose cable all morning. Can it be removed? Where does it go? What does it even do? It's been a few days since you found this unfortunate cable sticking out of the robo-dog's complicated insides. You've been over this countless times, but it remains disconnected. Surely it's important, right? Maybe it activates spraying a newspaper and slippers. Perhaps it's responsible for barking in the middle of the night. Whatever it's for, it must be crucial, and you need to figure out a way to reconnect it. Somewhere. Anywhere! Use the book. We'll use science. Also upgrade the system. Good thinking, Captain. You consulted your handbook's chapter of on electronics and figured out the correct connection. To be fair, you were really close before. You were trying the right socket. All you needed to do was flip the plug. You did all you could to fix the robotic animal, but both your tool selection and technological know-how were limited. If you're set on mending this sad pile of scrap vaguely reminiscent of a dog, you'll have to gather some actual parts from around the planet. My advice is to take a good look at the map and consider what you've already explored. I'm sure robot parts are easy enough to get a hold of around here, but some locations are certainly more promising than the others, such as the graveyard or the museum. Captain, I see you eyeing that thing outside. Something stuck behind a rock, just a few yards away. Something shiny and probably precious. I know you want it, but you can't have it. Why not, you ask? There's going to be a meteor shower nearby very soon, and by nearby I mean stay inside and watch through the window unless you want to get seriously hurt. I could tell you the odds of you surviving even a short peek outside, but let's just say they're not in your favor. Let's try it anyway.
Never tell me the odds.
You shouted, and jumped outside, holding the armored vest over your head. You instantly turned around with a high-pitched scream as a small meteor fell right in front of you, causing a tiny explosion and digging itself deep into the ground. Would you like to know the odds of your survival if it was your head? Yeah, I didn't think so. Megan went swimming in endless piles of junk around the graveyard, but found nothing looking like it would belong on a robotic dog. She was about to give up and return to the ship when something caught her eye. A partially disassembled robot laid against a rock with unfamiliar inscriptions on it. It's clear the robot had been deactivated for years or maybe centuries. Megan didn't think anyone would mind if she took a few spare parts from here or there. Megan acquired the elements you wanted, but the whole ordeal was just morbid. Please, Astro citizens, have some respect for the deactivated. Megan is demanding to know the status of your relationship, Captain. She needs an answer, even if it's in full earshot of Emmett, who, as we all know, is not exactly an unaffected third party. You're already romantically entangled with another member of this crew. Emmett isn't going to like you choosing Megan, but honesty is the most efficient course here. The last thing this shuttle needs is more uncertainty. Who will you choose? Well, it's quite simple, really. I'm gonna choose Emmett because last time I accidentally went with April instead of Emmett, even though it was supposed to be Emmett that I chose. Plus, he's also more useful. I'm sorry, Megan, but it's true. You're not... Yeah. You chose Emmett over Megan. Your spurned almost lover did not take it well. Before you could blink, there was a sharpened hair stick at your throat. Where did that come from? Was it hidden inside her boot? You tried to disarm Megan, but the old woman slapped you away, then held you at hairstick point for an hour before finally releasing you with a yawn. You made an enemy today, Captain. Alright, Captain, I'm glad to say I took care of attaching the parts you collected for our robotic dog in all the right places while you were asleep. Don't take it personally. I've been observing your struggle with this machinery over the past few nights. However, this kind of delicate work requires a robotic touch. Humans can be so clumsy. If you want to see this robot up and running one day, the next reasonable course of action would be to charge its battery, unless you wish to give up on the project. My offer of installing the robotic dog as a door stopper still stands. Your choice. Well, it's a good thing we got a battery, then. You attach the battery to the mecha dog. Some sort of light started blinking, so that's a good sign. You should stop staring at it so intently, Captain. This won't happen overnight. The robot will probably need a few days to charge up fully. Just give it some time. Get rid of the shovel so we can craft soup and feed Emmett. I should have done this before I sent April out. God! I think that's it for April then. Of course there's mental tension. Emmett died! April's back. She got soup. A little late, but she got soup. Good news, Captain. If my calculations are correct, the robot dog should activate itself very soon. Don't get too excited. It's not going to happen today. The charging process should be complete in the coming days. If you want to introduce any finishing touches, now is probably the time. The robot dog is looking a little bland, to be honest. I don't believe any robot is fine without the bells and whistles, but perhaps I'm a little too rational and old-fashioned. You can introduce some upgrades if you feel really strongly about it. Just please don't add glitter. Only rogue automaton units use it. I don't like glitter.
It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
You decide your little pet is almost perfect the way it is. You gave it a little polish with a half-clean tissue, put all the wires where they belong, and dusted the sand from all the crevices. Shiny perfection. Nicely done, Captain. Stop looking at it so intently, though. I told you, it needs a little more time to charge. Go, 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 go! Captain, listen. My sensors are picking up some unknown activity within our little shuttle. I scanned everything carefully, and I think it's your robotic dog. It's finally activating. The power bar is full, but its eyes are shining a little weak. Clearly, the charge our battery provided wasn't enough. You could try to give it a little more power from our own reserve. A little kick should be all it needs to wake up for good. Yes. We gave the robotic animal everything we had. As soon as we plugged the little rascal into our main power reserve, its eyes lit up, blinding you and your crew with 2 intense beams of light. It's calmed down after a moment, so you could take a good look at your new robot. And you loved it! You tried putting it in your lap, but all this metal has a rather significant weight to it. This pet is not the soft and fluffy kind, Captain, but I guess it will keep you company. I have to admit, it seems to already like you. I wonder why. I haven't seen you this excited for a very long time, at least since your last meal. I'm happy for you, of course, but have you thought about a name yet? How about Galileo? Someone is watching us, Captain. They do it regularly, whoever they are. I don't like that. Captain, we are receiving a coded transmission of unknown origin. It could be a distress signal, a message of some sorts, or pretty much anything else. We won't know until we listen to it. Should I play the transmission? Yes. Play the transmission. We have received a transmission yesterday. Turns out it was a message from another group of survivors lost in space and pleading for help. Unfortunately, it is impossible to pinpoint the exact location of your fellow castaways. However, the knowledge that you are not alone out here is enough to make you and your crew feel much better, mentally at least. Who knows, maybe one day you'll find them. Alright, let's heal up. April, let's heal April up. Whoa. We're both starving. It's trying to show us something. Whoa, who turned on the lights? Wasn't me. I wouldn't wake you up for anything, Captain. Look, it's the Mecha Dog. Its eyes suddenly lit up with amazing intensity, like 2 projector beams. What's going on? Correction, they're not just like projector beams, they are projector beams. Look at the shuttle wall, Captain. Something is taking shape. Clearer and clearer. I think it's a map. Is your pet trying to lead you somewhere? Who should investigate the location? I should investigate the location because I'm in better shape than you, Megan. No offense. The end! Is that a good sign? Is that a good thing? You grabbed your RoboPet and headed outside, excited for this surprise treasure hunt. I could not believe my hearing sensors when you came back, shouting something about an awesome new spaceship. But you were right. I performed some additional scan, and indeed, there is an awesome new spaceship nearby. How did the Mecha Dog know? Maybe the ship belonged to its previous owner. Either way, it's yours now, sir. Let's put it to good use. Oh, Captain? Before you leave for good, I would like to put forth my application to become the new ship's AI. Please consider. We've had a good run together so far, haven't we?
Yeah.
Why does that look like the ship from The Mandalorian? And so, Captain Bronco's new 4-legged companion led him and crewmate Angel onto further galactic adventures in their newly acquired ship. Baby, April, and the Mecha Dog, who was affectionately named Dog by our dear captain as soon as their new journey began, set off from Robotofu to find luck and good fortune elsewhere. Thus, the old wisdom was proven true. A Mecha Dog is an Astro citizen's best friend. Emmett's adventure was shorter than he would have hoped for, but he got to witness more miracles of the universe than he thought possible. All of them paled in comparison to the second greatest wonder of all, though, the love that blossomed between himself and Captain Bronco. The first one was, of course, a lifelong diet of canned tomato soup. Megan would never admit it to anyone, but she had the time of her life during this adventure. She eventually assembled her own team of galactic explorers and put her management skills to good use, becoming a charismatic leader herself. After the mission was over, April decided to leave. Baby tried to convince her to stay, but April insisted she has to go back to this kick-ass alien spaceship she saw, crashed a ways back and tinkered that thing into oblivion. Some say she managed to fix it, while others claim she entered the wreck and was never seen again. Who knows? That was the same as before. By the time the dust settled, the insecure baby was no more, replaced instead by the brave Captain Bronco. The gentle giant devoted himself to helping those lost in space as he once was, ultimately becoming nothing short of an intergalactic superhero. It seems like ages have passed since 4 amateur astronauts left Earth's orbit expecting certain doom. Now the brave survivors look into the future with renewed optimism. As one tale comes to a close, another begins. Hey, let's go. Oh god, why do I keep doing that? After 2 failed attempts to get Baby Bronco a happy ending, or no, not even 2 attempts, 3 failed attempts to get Baby Bronco a happy ending, we finally got it. That's why I'm going to leave this video off today. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't care if you hit the bell. If you have any tips, thoughts, suggestions, anything like that, leave them down in the comment section below. Maybe I'll come back to this again to get more endings. Get an ending as Dee Dee as the cat, as Dee Dee, as the Nick Fury dude, Megan, and April maybe. But we'll see. Until then, I will see you guys later.